Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how the system is basically working at the moment. All right, so when you first open it, you will get to this login page, and I'll just log in as a loan officer. All right, so I'll quickly go to client management, and in this video, I'm just going to show you how to create a client. All right, so go to new client. You can choose between business and individual. I'll choose individual for this example. And then we're going to put the customer information, which is divided in different sections here. So the first section is personal details. So just go ahead and fill that in. Yeah, let's use that name. Date of birth has got a restriction that we cannot add somebody who's younger than 16. So somebody needs to have a valid NRC. So the moment you put somebody who's not old enough, the system will let you know. So let me go ahead and choose a year that makes sense. But of course, we can change this if you want to increase that to maybe 18 or something. Yeah, you're able to change that validation so that only people that are eligible can get onboarded on the system. So on phone number as well, there's validation to make sure that people don't enter wrong digits. So once the 10 digits have reached, anything you enter after that doesn't get saved. So even if you start with plus 260, it still knows when to end, and so you will not overshoot the phone number. It still fall within what is supposed to be there. Okay, let me put an email. So email, same thing. If you put something that's incomplete, it's not going to accept it until you have a valid email, or at least a valid format for the email, because it must always be something@something.com. Let's enter the family details. Let's say this person is single, but if they're married, then you need to put in their spouse name, their phone number, and also the address. But for this example, we'll say they are single with no children. Address, so you can either put the address in one line just here, or some people break this down and say, and take this there, same thing. But if you put it in here as one line, the system will still accept. If you break it like that, it will still accept it. Osaka province. Okay, so this feature here is an important feature, which if you choose to do home verification clients that maybe collateral based, and you want to actually go and visit their home and see the collateral that they are pledging, or maybe it's a business client and you want to actually go and visit the location of the business and verify, you can add this step here. So you simply check this. Once you do that, you are saying it is required for a home visit for this particular client, then you'll be asked to assign a staff member to actually go and do this verification. So I'll pick Grace Dembo here, and I'll give her a due date of tomorrow, and you can give any assignment notes that you would like. So you can make details of what exactly you want them to check for. whatever. So you can specify whatever instructions that they would like to specify, and once this is saved, they will receive a notification, and I will log in and show you that part. So the next part is to choose the ID type. These are the common types, so I'll use NRC as an example. Now, as NRC, we do have a feature to detect if the user already exists, so that we don't have duplicate users in the system. So if we pick NRC, this is something that I used. Like that. It will do a check and let me know if that NRC is already being used by the system. And there's still be that registration is blocked because this NRC is already registered to a client, right? So you cannot register the same NRC to another person as long as it already exists. So let's put a different NRC here. Okay. That should come back empty. There shouldn't be anyone using that NRC. Okay, so let's upload the NRC. Let's say, for instance, this is the NRC. Okay, so then it looks similar to what this person has, but it's not the same. So it will allow you to proceed. Upload this document. Okay, so that's uploaded. I can now go on to the profile picture. So now, because we are in a test environment, the server that we're using is not secure, so it will not allow you to capture. But when we move to where we actually host the application, you'll be able to capture. For now, we can just upload. Let's assume this is their profile picture. Okay, we upload that photo. Okay, so something that I forgot to mention. So the moment that we uploaded the first photo, it saved a draft of this registration. All right, so I can come here to draft registrations. What's the name of this person? Mr. Muya. So when you come down here, you can see that the account is created here. So go and just resume. All right, so all of the information should come back, but in the meantime, while we're still working on it, sometimes not all of it comes back. Still sorting out a few things here and there. So just check through and make sure that everything's still fine. Okay, the date here is missing. Okay, so the documents are still here, so we can move to the next step. Here's where we add our reference, and you can add as many number of references as you want, and obviously the team will guide in terms of how many that you want for us to put as mandatory, to say minimum of 2 or 3 before it can allow you to move forward. For now, even 1 is enough. Employment type, you can choose between GRS and the private sector. So if you choose GRZ, for instance, it will bring this section down here where you specify what ministry the user belongs to, and their PSMD number, how long they've been in service, and all that. Okay, so let's say I go with that. Okay. Interesting. Dev. 2 years ago, so that would be 2024. All right, so this shouldn't still come here. I need to fix this. This should not still come here once you choose GRZ, because we're getting those details down here. So this shouldn't be there, but the job title should remain. The gross pay of say 12,500. Net pay will be automatically calculated when we get to the application flow, based on the statutory obligations, because those are non-pay year. But then you are able to still add any other deductions that are there on the payslip as what is showing on the payslip. Or if the client doesn't pay tax, maybe they work for a company that exempts them from paying tax or things like that, you will then go by whatever is on their payslip. You can override that, but for now, let me just put a dummy figure here, maybe I think 95 or so. You can put supervisor details. Choose a bank detail, a bank account, select branch, account number. This must be in their name. You can select a mobile money provider. This is if you decide to disperse your loans using mobile money. And I know on this tier that you're on, you're not really using mobile money functions, but you will eventually do so. So we have included this for you in advance for when you upgrade. Mobile money number needs to be to match the provider that you have chosen. The moment you put something from a different provider, it will let you know that the number I've put is for MTN when you're supposed to have Airtel according to what you have selected. In the future, we'll put more validation to make sure that it also just checks that this number actually belongs to you, the person who's applying. So for now, just checks whether it's an Airtel number or not. But the account must be in the names of the applicant. Okay, you can move forward. So we get to uploading documents. So for KYC, there are two documents that are considered mandatory, which you will guide which ones are specifically mandatory for you. But for this system right now, I've only put two, which is ID document and any proof of income, whether a bank statement, whether a pay slip or anything, as long as you are able to prove your identity and we're able to prove that you have the ability to pay. But you can also, let us know what else you'd like for us to add as mandatory documents for you at the point of client registration as part of KYC. So I'll upload some sample documents. I'll use this document. Okay. This document did not get saved. Let me okay. Let me upload another one. Okay, those two should be enough for now, so we can go forward. By the way, did you see that I was able to save my progress here? So you can save progress at any point and it will let you know that your progress has been saved. And you'll be able to find it when you go back to draft registrations. Okay, let me go to the next stage. And this is the verification stage. So basically, we just verify that entered is correct the way we entered it. We didn't miss anything. We have added all that we wanted to add and then simply proceed. At this point, to let you know that your client has been registered, and it will send a notification to the operations manager to review, and it will also send a notification to the officer that you had assigned to do home verification. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do the home verification, and then I'll come back.